Hi friends, Aitherea here. Christmas parties were fun when I was a kid because presents, duh. But now that I'm an introverted adult who doesn't really fit this society's ideals of success, oh boy. For many people, holiday get-togethers are somewhat of a nightmare, as there's always at least one family member who's just way too ready to ask uncomfortable questions or make some really uncalled for remarks. So today I've come up with some ideas for how to deal with these types of situations. Let's start with the questions about relationships, because I feel like I personally get asked this one the most. There's usually something like, is there anyone special in your life? Or even, when are you getting married? And they will ask, when are you getting married, even if you are single, which is just... But here are some possible answers for this scenario. Number 1. Tell them that you are vegan and you don't eat meat. This works regardless of your gender. Probably makes a little bit more sense if you're female to say you don't eat meat, but even if you're a male, ladies have the tacos downstairs, so we don't eat meat, we're vegan. Number 2, say that your dog or cat or pet, whatever, does not approve of anyone that you have brought home. And obviously, if your pet doesn't like them, you can't be with them. I wouldn't be with somebody if my dog didn't like them. Number 3, tell them that you can't find somebody who knows the difference between there, and there. And number 4, this one's kind of a little switcheroo here, tell them that you do have someone and show them a picture of your OC or your anime or 14 waifu. Alright, next, let's move on to questions about work. Personally, I don't really like being asked about my job because I've struggled a lot financially. I've never felt truly successful, and frankly, I don't really like my job that much, so it's not really great conversation for me. But let's look at some of the things that you can say when somebody asks you about your job. Number 1, the first idea here is to just go all out. Describing your work in detail, like painfully excruciating detail. You want to go on like a full 10-minute monologue, barely stopping to take a breath, definitely not letting anybody else get a word in. You just want to keep talking and talking and talking, talk forever, be boring, make people wish that they had never asked you about your job. But if you really dislike talking about work and you don't want to discuss it at all, then number 2, try to redirect the conversation by fabricating a crazy coworker. Here's an example. So, what are you up to for work these days? Oh my god, you would not believe my coworker. This guy comes in stoned almost every single day, and he even sits there eating edibles at his desk. He is higher than a kite, but apparently nobody cares because he's still here, like they have not fired him. And it's so obvious too, it's kind of weird. But that's not even the half of it. One time he asked me if he could borrow his phone, saying that he left his at home, so I was like, oh, okay. And then instead of calling whoever he apparently needed to call, he started looking through my photos, and then he even sent messages to my friends before I literally ripped my phone out of his hand. He was literally, I looked back at the messages and he was trying to hook up with them. It was, I don't know why he's still here. But then kind of even worse, every time he has to go to the bathroom, he literally announces that he's about to take a dump. Like, I'm not kidding. He stands up at his desk, asks for everyone's attention, and then says, I'm going to go take a poop in the bathroom, just so you're all aware. I really don't need to know that. Like, how nice for him that he can be so open about his bowel movements, but like, I don't want to know. I don't need to know. I just wish he wouldn't say anything. And diversion complete. Next, let's talk about family members who make rude remarks. For instance, if someone decides to comment on how much you're eating, try these. Number 1, tell them that you're eating for 2, regardless of your gender, and don't elaborate. Number 2, treat them like a child, because they're less behaved than one, by doing a little airplane with your fork to their mouth. Zoom, zoom, here comes the airplane. Zoom, with the cake, open up. And if they don't accept it, tell them to stop being so picky and shame them for not eating enough, even if they are the heaviest person in the room. And finally, let's talk about perhaps one of the most frustrating types of family members to deal with at a Christmas or holiday party. the bigot. Now, there's really no point in responding with logic, facts, or evidence because they're probably stuck in their ways and they really don't want to listen to you. Honestly, a great option for dealing with them is to just ignore them. Act like you don't hear them, don't give them the time of the day, don't answer them, don't take the bait. And if they get angry, just tell them that you're happy to talk with them about subjects other than politics, but that if they want to continue with this political discourse, then you won't be participating in that conversation. However, if you want to get on Santa's naughty list, here's a few creative ways to deal with these types of people, these types of family members. Talk about horoscopes, crystals, or some other sort of modern, trendy type of spirituality, and then say it doesn't align with whatever they're talking about. So here's an example. Let's say your family member is like, oh my god, Dorco Bublio is like the only one who knows what he's doing. He believes in freedom and he wants to bring it back to the people, whatever, political discourse, blah, blah, blah. Respond with something like this. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't vote for Dorco, you know? He happens to be a Scorpio, and me and Scorpios have just never mixed. Like, one time, I had this Scorpio ex, and he literally cheated on me like a month into our relationship. Like, I don't even know why he bothered to date me if he was just gonna cheat so soon. So, not only have you said something, like, seemingly completely unrelated and kind of dumb, they won't know how to respond to that kind of answer that you've given them, but you've also managed to move the conversation in a different direction by talking about your Scorpio ex. And if they keep trying to take the conversation back to politics, then just keep talking about how your horoscope or tarot reading or amethyst crystal told you that you can't vote for this guy or something along those lines. Now, this next one might be kind of more extreme, but if your family member is the type of person who only spews garbage when they're not in public, then make the party public. Bring along a friend who belongs to a minority group. Whatever group that family member tends to discriminate against, if you have a friend in that group, bring them along. Just make sure that your friend does know what they're getting into, because this is a little bit of like a revenge plot kind of. So your friend should be prepared just in case they do say something like racist or discriminatory or whatever. So they should be prepared for that. And if they do actually say something terrible, you know what? Just punch them in the mouth. You know what? Somebody has to teach them someday, right? Like they have it coming, right? Okay, guys, I'm joking. Violence, definitely not the answer. Instead, just offer to get them a drink and spit in it. Sometimes the best revenge is the classic kind. Now I know there are probably more awkward and uncomfortable conversations to cover, but unfortunately we're out of time. So please leave a comment letting me know what's like the most annoying thing or uncomfortable thing that your family members say to you, and how do you deal with it? Don't forget to leave a sacrifice for Lord Algorithm in the form of a like, comment, share, or subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye! JK, I'm back to tell you that I am doing a giveaway for a $25 Steam gift card. All you have to do is join my Discord server, the link will be in the description, and go to the giveaway channel on the server and react to the message posted by the giveaway bot, and you will be entered. The winner will be announced on Friday, December 30th, so just make sure to enter before then. Alright, bye for real.